Hi.
And welcome.
Welcome.
Welcome to Earth.
Good day.
Welcome to the big show.
Hey everybody, welcome back. Last few days we had talked a little bit about looking at numbers and mathematics and statistics in context, and to make sure that we don't just take certain information that's handed to us by news agencies or that we see on television at face value and buy into it. Sometimes we can, and sometimes we need to know what else is going on. So today I want to look at a presentation that is adapted from a presentation from Matthew Erickson from the New York Times, who talked a little bit about information in context, and he's the one that did the work on this, looked up the information and provided us with the graphs. So if you take a look at this first slide, what we've got here is a graph that represents the number of times that we have hit 100 combat deaths per month since the war started in Iraq. Now, obviously what we have is a graph representing the total number of deaths each month, but because of this line here, what it's trying to show us is how many times we've hit that mark, and as you can see, we've hit it 2 times. Okay? Now, this graph looks pretty bleak, and obviously we've felt the effects of this war. And one of the reasons that this feels so fresh to us and so new is because we're living through it right now. Now, if we were to take a look at other wars, let's take a look at how they would compare. Now, obviously, the news, as we've looked at this war, the news is making this out to be a very bloody war and costly war, which it is, no doubt. But let's take a look at this war in comparison to others. This is a comparison of the war in Iraq to the war in Vietnam. And as you can see, we have a whole new set of data that makes us look at the war in Iraq and the war in Vietnam in a totally different light. Now, most of us can't compare how the country felt during the war of Vietnam because we weren't there. Now, if we look at this, it shows us that we're comparing, or we're measuring a whole new level at what is 2,000 combat deaths per month. And as you can see, the information for Vietnam dwarfs the Iraq graph, which before, because of the way that we kind of scaled that y-axis and the way that we had our marker set up for 100 deaths per month, it made it look just as tall and daunting as the Vietnam War here, again hitting that mark 2 times. Now, if we go back even further, we'll take a look at World War II. And the amount of casualties and the loss of human life in World War II is astounding. And here we're looking at the number of combat deaths per month, not measured in the hundreds, but the thousands. And in World War II, they hit 20,000 combat deaths per month, 1 time, but it's pretty obvious to see that there are a couple other situations or a couple other months where they came very close to that amount of 20,000 per month. That's an astonishing number, an astonishing loss of life. When compared with Vietnam and even the Iraq War, it makes those 2 other conflicts seem like they pale in comparison. And when we look at this information in context, it doesn't in any way cheapen the information that we're living right now, which is the Iraq War. But it does hopefully give us a new perspective on what our country's gone through during these last 100 years and the type of conflict that we've seen and the type of sacrifice that some of the older generations that we don't connect much with anymore gave so that we could have a future, meaning the number of combat deaths per month in World War II, what that did to a country, and the type of mindset that the country was in at that time. Not only fighting a war, but still the people at that time were fresh out of World War I. It wasn't that far before World War II and also dealing with the Great Depression. So to enter into another world war, it gives us hopefully a new perspective on what we see there. And hopefully it lets you know this, that math and numbers, while we can break down these numbers, put it in a graph, it in no way can truly measure the amount of impact that each one of these numbers represents. While the Iraq graph here in the lower left corner might seem now like not a very big deal in comparison to World War II, it is a big deal. And when we look at how that affects different families, we realize that the impact that just one death has on a family and on other lives is immeasurable, and it's not something that we can ever take lightly. So while we can look at information in context, let's also not forget to look at what the information really means and the meaning behind that. That sometimes we can take information and put it in a statistic, in a graph, in numbers, and then as the ages pass, it just becomes another graph, another math lesson, or another paragraph in a history book. But for us living through it, or for a country, it's much more. So hopefully we can understand a little bit more about looking at information in context and being able to analyze information a little bit better than we did before, and remember to look at it not only in context, but for the true meaning of it. So thanks for joining me again today, and we'll see you in class. Take care.